terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan. Swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. You don't stop.
Recast King T'Challa. This video is proof that Marvel Studios had already planned on stripping the mantle of Black Panther from T'Challa and giving it to his sister Shuri, and Chadwick Boseman was not happy about it.
I am Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Challa!
What would you want Black Panther 2 to be like?
I can't answer that.
What would you want it to be like? I can't come here and ask a Black Panther question. No, I'm joking there. No, I get it.
I mean, I would want him to be in it. I would want him to continue to be King T'Challa. Now, I can answer what you aren't asking me.
Okay, what's that question?
I see a narrative being assembled by Hollywood. And I could be completely wrong, but a black man being a king does not fit the narrative of
not at all
what they want the world to see. A black man being a victim, black man being killed in the streets, but a black man being a king is not the narrative that they want the world to see, and I don't think they liked the response that came back from a black man being a king. And though I believe that black women are queens anyway, I think that the narrative that we will see is that the Black Panther will be a female next.
You think so?
I believe so. I believe it'll be her little sister, or his little sister. That's what I think. But a black man being a king does not fit what the powers that be want.
Yo, welcome to Gab's Hip Hop Comic Shop. I am Gab, and today I'm joined by a special guest, my homeboy and fellow YouTuber, Theo B. Theo, what's up?
What's going on, Gab? What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Hey, man, good to hear from you too, my brother. We want to talk about today, y'all, the importance of recasting T'Challa and why the powers that be used the death of Chadwick Boseman as an opportunity to get rid of Black King of Wakanda. Now, check this out. Let me set the scene. When Chadwick Boseman first died, it hit me hard like it hit everybody else. I was sitting in my bedroom, sitting across my bed, and my wife screamed out, "No!" I said, "What's wrong?" And she wouldn't tell me. She was just like shaking. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "No." I said, "Is it something bad happened?" And she moved her hand slowly off her phone, and she showed me Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, on Instagram. And the moment she showed me that, all I could think of is this was the opportunity that they was going to use to get rid of the legendary King T'Challa. And I said that because I remember an article I had read back in February of 2020 when it was reported that Marvel Studios was trying to take the Black Panther in a different direction, and Chadwick Boseman wasn't thrilled about that. Now, Theo, let's get into the significance of recasting T'Challa and give the people a little background check on your familiarity with the Black Panther himself.
For sure. Well, you know, you know me, Gab, but a lot of, audience out there don't know me and everything like that. I've been reading comic books since the early 70s. You know, I was born in 1968. And one of the characters that I came across, black characters, because actually the first comic book character that I came across was Batman. Started growing up and everything like that, born in 1968. I started reading comics in the 70s. That was how I learned how to read. You know, it wasn't the school books that got me motivated into reading. It was the comic books. And so Batman, Superman transition over to Spider-Man transition over to Fantastic Four. Next thing you know, I see this brother running around in a costume. I'm like, wait. What's going on? And so I'm like, where can I get? I'm young. I'm in elementary school. I've seen shows like The Bionic Man. That's not me. America celebrates Evel Knievel doing stunts. That's not me. The Black Panther is me. I can't get this action figure nowhere. Hell, I don't know if the audience is too young to remember, but you can't even get no Black Panther underoos nowhere. So I'm like, wait a minute, it's the only one that's me. I can't find it. So I wrote my first comic book in elementary school. I'm going to tell you how prevalent this is, because I don't think enough people, parents, us, we understand this. Because we complain about people costuming in blackface all day long. In elementary school, I created my first comic book. It was a teen comic book, about 10 heroes. Only one of them was black. I was replicating what was put into my system. Our kids, when they dress up for Halloween costume, we complain about faces, people walking around in blackface. Who do our kids dress up as superheroes?
White characters all day long. And you know, that is the programming, you know, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. And the fact that we finally got some representation, because the Black Panther was like no other. It was the first, you know, blockbuster, all black, you know, multi-million-dollar budgeted film, you know what I mean? And
yes sir.
And it was a big deal. And it's just amazing to me that, think about this for a minute. Out of all the superhero movies that came out, Black Panther had the biggest outing out of all of the solo superhero movies in the history of this genre.
I've never come out like that in support of a movie. Never seen us come out like we did in support of that movie.
And everybody wasn't thrilled about that. And the fact that Marvel was even considering replacing T'Challa for Shuri in the sequel of such a successful movie just showed you that the Black Panther messed up the pecking order at Marvel Studios, because they wanted Spider-Man to be the new face of the MCU going forward. Black Panther just came and just totally rocked the whole pecking order.
Let me put this on the mind for your listeners. I've never seen this before. Like you, I was balling uncontrollably when I found out Chadwick Boseman passed. I think I saw it on social media. Then, you know, you see something on social media, you Google it to verify it. You just ain't gonna go off of what's on social media. I balled uncontrollably because I knew what his portrayal of T'Challa meant. I knew what being able to see T'Challa would mean. I knew what that meant, much like when we watched the movie Malcolm X back in the day when the kids were talking about I am Malcolm X, things of that nature. So I knew the gravity of what he would mean to us as a people, especially what he would mean to little black boys. Like, we get this thing twisted. We say we want our black boys to look at different things, aspire to be different things. Well, what's more honorable than aspiring to be a king?
Exactly. And just the origin of who T'Challa is. Now think about this for a minute. You know, during the civil rights movement, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, but Stan Lee said he noticed that, you know, while he was watching some video footage of some black people being hosed down by the police department, he noticed one of the little black boys sitting on the side had a Spider-Man comic. And it just made him say, wow, through all the atrocities that these people face, you know, they still love our comics. And he said he got to thinking. He said, you know what? We don't have one character that resembles them, that they can find some pride in and look at and absorb, you know, and digest what they're looking at. So he said, you know what we want to do? He said, I want to create a character, you know, for black people, and I want to give him everything. He wanted to make him royal. He wanted to make him powerful. He wanted him to be a king. He wanted him to have riches. He wanted him, you know, he just put so much into this one character. And it was a passion of love. He loved the Black Panther. Stan Lee was so proud to finally bring T'Challa to the big screen. I remember just seeing him walk on TMZ, and he was like walking on sunshine. He was just, oh, we got the Black Panther coming. He was just so excited. So I don't think Kevin Feige or Ryan Coogler or disgruntled fans have the right to take a character like this not only away from Stan Lee or his memory or his legacy, but from the millions and millions of fans, like you said, that look up to King T'Challa. The Black Panther is a symbol.
Let's look at the precedent, Gabo. I've never seen this happen before. First of all, the Black Panther franchise is a multi-million, if not billion-dollar franchise. Right. I've never seen this before. I've seen actors and I say this to people all the time, and what bothers me more than anything else is us signing off on it. I've seen actors and actresses come and go, play superhero roles. I don't care. They always recast. We will sit up here. That's what bothers me. I promise you, that's what bothers me all day long. They gonna keep Clark Kent around. They gonna keep Bruce Wayne around. Selena Kyle is not going anywhere. But because they have, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say they, because we like to get it twisted and think that black people aren't comic book fans too for whatever reason.
Just think of the amount of Supermans you've seen in your lifetime, from the TV shows to the movies. Think of the amount of Bruce Waynes you've seen. We only get one King T'Challa. That is amazing to me. And you know what? We fell for it because when Chadwick died, he had the knee-jerk reaction. People were saying, that's it. That's it. He is the Black Panther. What I'm saying to you is, bro, this was already in motion before Chadwick even passed away in February. Marvel Studios, it was reported that Marvel Studios had the idea of replacing T'Challa with Shuri. And Chadwick was upset about it. He told them, I haven't even got my seat warmed yet. And you trying to give the mantle, to my younger sister in the movie? Like, why would you do that? And we just had all this success, from the first movie, and you want to replace me already. And it got me to thinking, I'm saying, why did they want to get rid of King T'Challa? And it's because, like I said, a lot of people wasn't thrilled with the reaction of the Black Panther movie. So, they used Chadwick Boseman's death as an opportunity to go ahead and move forward with what their original plan was in the first place. And it's so sad because we fell for it, and they acting like they doing us a favor by burying the Black Panther King T'Challa with Chadwick, when in reality it's a huge disjustice to what Chadwick would want. Chadwick Boseman worked so hard at bringing T'Challa to life. He would go to Children's Hospital. He knew the kids loved the Black Panther, and they wanted to meet him because he was playing T'Challa. A lot of people but he would want this character to live on and inspire generations to come. There's no way he would want the buck to stop with him. And I just think it's a huge misconception that you honor Chadwick Boseman by killing off something that he loves so much. I just think it's distasteful, and I think it's disingenuous because the studio, Marvel Studios, I repeat, had planned on already passing the mantle